right, go ahead, go ahead.
So this is Freeman Hill, and this was the Williams store. My great grandfather Hosea Williams used to run this store. He passed it on to my aunt Alice Partridge. This was the late Alice Partridge. She ran this store, and they would set up and they would sell produce. You name it, pig feet, fresh catfish. You could get everything really right here. On this backside, that was the entrance to the barbershop. On this backside, where you could actually go in, and on that side, they had a barbershop there. And in that barbershop, my uncle was telling me how everybody was jealous of my Uncle Hosey because he was the first one that got a barber chair that could spin around. Everybody was still just cutting in the folding chairs, and he was the first one that actually went and got him a chair that spin around. So I had barbering on both sides of my family, on my mother's side and on my father. On my mother's, her mother's side, and on her father's side. So they come in and they would cut hair. You really couldn't enter through the front. You always had to enter through the back or on the side.
On the side.
So this is Freeman Hill. My great grandmother, she was like a Blackfoot Cherokee Indian. And she lived to be 108 years old. Everybody argued about how old she was when she died. But I used to come down here and talk to her. And my great grandmother, she was like 98 years old and still remember her Easter speech from when she was a child. And she could actually tell it to you. So those are some things that I learned, because history is learned from mouth to ear. It's nothing that's in history books. You're gonna have to go down and sit down and talk to some of these old people and find out exactly what went on and why it went on. You know, she lived in this house right here. This house right here raised 7, 8 kids. I remember younger playing out through here. They had all kinds of stuff, man. They had turnip green patches, they had corn. That's my Uncle Buddy. That's my great grandmother's oldest living child. He's 90 years old. We can go up and talk to him. My Uncle Buddy, he's 90 years old, and he can still come out and get on his tractor. Every day he still plants a garden. And I love him to meet him. So my Uncle Buddy, he used to raise hogs, cows, all types of stuff. Like I said, all the black men that are in my family basically worked for themselves. I mean, we didn't really have a job because everybody had trades. Just like my uncle here, he's a heavy equipment operator. You know, he can plant gardens, he can build a house, he can do whatever. His son, he's an auto mechanic. My uncle, he's an auto body mechanic. You know, my other uncle lives on top of the street. He's a diesel mechanic. So everybody basically worked for themselves in this area. So you can come on up. I'm gonna let you meet my Uncle Buddy.
Uncle Buddy! You probably like, who is that calling my name? Uncle Buddy! Oh Lord, the little dog following the child. Uncle Buddy! Let's see if Uncle Buddy comes on out. Uncle Buddy! Uncle Buddy!
And I was telling her about our area and about our land.
Come on outside, sir. How you doing?
He said let him get his
Let him get his walking stick. Get your walking stick, Uncle Buddy. Uncle Buddy!
Yeah. So I think Uncle Buddy gonna live like Grandma did, because like I said, she lived to be 108. Some people say she was 105. Some people say, you know, she was 102. But I know for a fact she was 108 years old.
Amen. What a blessing to have lived to be 108 and told you those stories. And you were smart enough as a kid and as a young man, and as you retained that information.
I mean, it was fun. I mean, we used to play in all of this stuff down here. We used to come down and help my auntie Alice, right? And we used to sweep her yard, you know, and I remember getting paid like $1.50 to go get up wood and stuff for my uncle. You know, my Aunt Agnes, she would come in here, and whenever you fall or something, this was like the hospital. Cause
Aunt Agnes could fix anything.
Aunt Agnes, she was going to put some of the iodine, that red stuff on there, make it straight, and go back outside and play.
Uncle Buddy!
Yeah, this is my Uncle Buddy.
Hey, Uncle Buddy. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I ain't gonna get about you.
This is my Uncle Buddy. This is my great-grandmother, Sally Williams' oldest child. I was telling her about our family, Uncle Buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was telling her about great-grandmama.
Talking about your grandmama?
And the store, how we had the store, how Aunt Alice used to sell everything, and how y'all had the barber shop that was on the side.
Right, there you go.
Yes, sir.
Right.
You know, I work for myself. All of us were family.
Told me one time, he said, you ought to name this the Williamtown. They Williams, they ought to name Williamtown.
Well, I was telling her because how it was named Freeman Hill, but how grandma was, she was an Indian, and she was married to Hosea Williams, you know, which was a black man. And how it came, you know, that's how we became free, because we never really worked for anybody. You know, even back in the 50s, we were the only black family that had a store like this, you know.